However, today I got a phone call and I got reported again. But this time, it wasn't the FAA, it was reported to the National Park Service.
Alrighty, welcome back. Here's a summary of today's mission. It's almost 60 degrees right now, which makes me really happy. The wind speed is actually pretty high, so I'm not expecting the best flying today, but I'm excited to get out and fly nonetheless. I haven't flown since I did the power loop, which has got to be 2-3 weeks ago now. And if you saw that video, I tore some up in my shoulders, and it's actually been pretty bad. It's been slowly getting better, but I've yet to fly since that happened, and it's this specific position that makes it hurt. So we're gonna find out if that's doable today or not. The other thing, I've realized that I've become complacent on flying in the same location a lot of times. Paramotors are great because you can throw them in your truck and take them anywhere, and I haven't been taking advantage of that feature. So we're going on a little 50-minute road trip to fly around an abandoned factory. I also went on Instagram and asked you guys for provocative questions, so we're going to talk about provocative questions while we fly today. So join us for today's adventure. Can we just take a moment and appreciate this beautiful paramotor? The Mav Max and the Factory R Viterazzi and Parajet did a wonderful job making this beauty. And I haven't flown in so long, I just feel like fortunate that I get to fly such a sweet paramotor. So we're at this park, and the main reason I came up here, you can't even see it, but I'll pretend. Way out in behind the trees over there, there's an old power plant that's abandoned, and I want to fly between these two giant smokestacks that are about 400 feet tall each. I just hope that the winds are calm enough that I can do it without collapsing my wing and crashing. Before we get in the sky though, if you guys caught the last video, the Power Loop video, we launched a bunch of new merch at Risky Biscuits Co.
We've got 3 new designs available as t-shirts, hoodies, sticker decals, and we also have a brand new hat as well as a poster. Even better yet, we're giving away a whole paramotor, my personal Parajet Maverick with the Atom 80, plus training with the best school in the US, Aviator Paramotor, where I learned to fly. If you visit the web store, first link in the description, every $5 spent on there until April 8th, 2023 gets you 1 entry to win. Bigger items like ozone wings and propellers also get you entries, so now's the time to shop for that stuff. Once this video is over, be sure to check it out, get entered to win, and you might just have the life-changing opportunity of learning to fly on this beautiful little paramotor.
I think I'm gonna find somewhere to go pee, and then I'm gonna get in the air and we're gonna talk about the provocative questions you guys asked and go fly past those stacks, hopefully.
All right, there's the abandoned factory. I've got some bad news and I've got some bad news. So the first bad news is that my shoulders are still indeed fucked. I checked the date and it's actually 3 weeks to the day today since I did the power loop, which is pretty gnarly. It still is very bad in this position. The other bad news is it is windy as heck. And of course I'm flying my little 14-meter death wing. So ooh, yeah, there she is. There's the little bumpy bumps. I asked you guys on Instagram for some questions or prompts for this flight, and to be honest, whenever I ask like the general audience for questions, about 95% of the questions are just straight up dumb questions. And I'm sorry, I feel like it's really rude to say that, but a lot of them are like, how I can't even answer that. Like, what are you talking about? But I found 5 questions that are good. So the first question comes from Instagram user Garden State Skydiving, aka my friend Robbie. He said, what detergent did you use to remove the poo stains following the epic 12 o'clock aerobatics, meaning my power loop? And honestly, I didn't need any detergent because I used a pressure washer on the entire harness and paramotor, a little bit stained the wing, and I just threw out my trousers. Next question from Fish Stick. How has having a large internet presence impacted your personal life and privacy? That is a good question. And it has to a degree. I just don't like it in general. Like, I don't like the way when people treat you differently because you have followers. I think it's so weird. As far as privacy goes, like, I've had people mail stuff to me and show up at my house, find my phone number, and like weird things that just make me feel uneasy. So I guess I have a little bit more privacy concerns. I'm always kind of a little bit on edge. Like, if a car pulls in my driveway and I don't recognize it, I'm like, am I gonna get murdered? Or next question. Flames and Frames says, what led you to want to make YouTube videos in the first place? This is the positive side of having a YouTube channel. The reason I started it was just because I was like really passionate about paramotors and I wanted to share it with people, and I was already into like making videos, so that was just like natural. And the best thing about having a YouTube channel is hearing stories about how people, like, it changed their lives, discovering paramotoring. I've heard of people like quitting smoking. I've heard of people losing a ton of weight, and people that have been depressed or with PTSD, and they discovered paramotoring through my videos, and it really positively impacted their lives. And that's the thing I love about all this, because that's kind of a goal of the channel, is sharing paramotoring in a positive light. And that's kind of like a legacy of sorts I can be proud of. Wow, these things give you vertigo when you get up close to them. Yes, sir! Lucas Schmidt, I guess it is, after the Mega Loop, ready for infinity tumbling. So infinite tumbling is almost the opposite rotation direction of the power loop, but it's an entirely different animal. It's a different style wing. It's a whole different discipline, and it would take a lot of training to get to that level, and it's never been something that I've been interested in. I'm still not interested in it. However, I do have some concerns about the power loop and showcasing it, and now other people trying it. At the end of the day, this is how I see it. Everyone has personal responsibility, and people are free to make the choices, however naive or dumb they may be. After I've done it, I've realized how sketchy it is, and I just really hope that other people don't try to recreate it without the right level of prep. So in general, I would just say, if you're thinking about doing a power loop, don't do it. Final question from K Den Moto. What do you think it is that drives you, like a lot of us, into these risky hobbies / sports? And I really like this question because I've been thinking about this recently. I've always hated the term adrenaline junkie, and I was thinking about this in context recently. I feel like I'm not an adrenaline junkie, and I feel like it's weird to say that as someone that base jumps. For me, like, it's the whole sport encompassing, and like, I've always had a passion for aviation, and specifically these air sports with nylon wings. For me, it's just that it's a passion in itself, and it just so happens that it is a risky activity. Speaking of risk, let's go check out these towers some more. I'm gonna do the upwind side again. I wish we had some wind indicators. I almost feel like I'm into the wind right here. Yeah, the wind is... Why the f*** is it bumpy there? I don't understand the physics of this situation. So, to be very real with you guys, I came up with this idea this morning that I wanted to fly between these towers in the shower. Like, I was thinking about what should I do today. I knew it was going to be nice, and I was like, let's go fly between those two cool towers. It would be a neat shot for a thumbnail of a video. And now that I'm here and I'm feeling what the wind's doing and I'm looking at all that tetanus shot stuff down there, it doesn't really seem like the best idea to go straight between them. I think I'll settle for like going around them a little bit, but not between them, because good decision making. We're gonna need a much calmer day to safely fly between these dudes. Is this a sketch? Okay, we're gonna make this pass and then we're getting the f*** out of here. I wanna go home. That's enough for me. With my broken ass shoulders, sketchy death wing, and turbulent ass wind. That's 3 factors. And normally accidents occur when 3 things compile and go wrong. So I think getting the heck home is a good idea. Oh! As we're flying home, I need to tell you guys a little teaser. Today I got a phone call and I got reported again, but this time it wasn't the FAA, it was reported to the National Park Service, which is a new one. You bastards out there are getting crafty with how you want to report me. That's all I'm going to say about it for now, because it's still like ongoing. But ow, my shoulder. As you guys know, I will probably eventually inevitably have a full video talking about what happened in detail. So stay tuned for that.
All right, so that didn't go exactly as planned, but the important thing is we made it back alive. And even though it didn't go as planned, that was actually a lot of fun. I've been kind of cooped up and the weather's been and that released some serotonin. Is that the one that makes you feel happy? So yeah, that was fun. I need to figure out what's up with my shoulders, because that position, like 90 degrees and then torque back, is what gets me. Another thing is we're gonna come back another day, hopefully a warmer day, a calmer day, and go slalom those smokestacks, because that'll be super fun. So now that the video is over, last reminder, go to the first link in the description, tuckergott.com, get some merch from Risky Biscuits Co. Every $5 you spend on there gets you 1 entry to win our giveaway paramotor and trading with Aviator paramotor. You guys rock. Appreciate y'all your support. Until the next one, have fun, fly safe, peace.